What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Many people was talking about how to identify a trend. How do I know what trend? How do I know what where the market's going, and all that stuff. So in this video, we're going to talk about trend, right? Before we get into it, I know you guys have heard it like 100 times, but I'm not going to get too much into it. But the Discord link is in the description if you guys are interested. If you guys want to join, yada yada, right? Anyways, other than that, I did say in my previous video, which you guys liked a lot, we are having a giveaway of 3 people. We're going to give 3 people lifetime access to the Discord. If you don't know, my mentorship is in the Discord. Okay, there's nowhere else you're going to get mentorship except if you're in the Discord. There's a course in there, literally, that's included. So keep that in mind. We know we have the basic knowledge of trend, which means the market is going bullish, or the trend is bullish, the trend is bearish. Yeah, that's cool, but how do you identify that? Because we know for a fact the market does not look this clean, right? Every time you see like somebody draw some structure or some trend, you're like, oh, look for the higher highs and higher lows, but we know it does not look like this clean, right? So how do you identify trend, like without even having to even go like go like this? How do you just look at the market and identify the trend, right? Trend represents who's in control of the market. What do I mean? You have 2 types of people in the market. You have buyers and you have sellers. That's it. You can only buy, you can only sell the market. So there's 2 types of people in the market. You have buyers and you have sellers. Who's in control? The trend will represent who's in control of the market at the current state. Now, just looking at this, we can tell that buyers are in control because we're bullish. But how do we look at that on the real live market charts, right? That's what we're trying to understand here. All right, so buyers and sellers. Every time you buy the market, there's somebody selling. Every time you sell the market, there's someone buying. This is the market cycle, right? This is basically how the market moves. We have accumulation. It's going to happen now here, which creates this drive. Reaccumulation. Right, then we're going to have a fractal distribution inside of here, like a lower time frame distribution to cause this pullback. Then we're going to have redistribution. Redistribution. We're going to have accumulation. Reaccumulation. And so on. This is how you identify the trend, right? You go in the market, you look at the structure. Always look at structure first, right? You look at the structure, then you go inside of the structure. What is going inside the structure? Are we accumulating? Are we reaccumulating? Are we distributing, right? So in this, while you're looking at this bullish push to the upside, you can see we're accumulating, reaccumulating. This means buyers are in the market at this point. Right here, buyers are in the market, because you're going to see signs of accumulation and reaccumulation when buyers are in the market. This is what they do to buy the market, right? And then the market will hit like some type of point of interest, a point of interest that is a supply area or whatever, and the market will begin to sell for this entire pullback. Then you're going to have distribution and redistribution. This indicates right now sellers are in control, right? Then buyers are going to retake control when you have a change of hands. Basically, you're going to have a change of hands here, a change of hands here, a change of hands here, and whatever this goes to have another change of hands, right? This is how the market goes. It goes from change of hands, bullish, change hands, bearish, change hands, bullish, right? This is how you identify the trend. So that's how you can know what to do in this market. You can know to buy here. Once this change of hand happens, now you're selling. Notice this change of hands, now you're buying towards the upside, right? This is how you can identify the trend of the market. And we're going to go over Euro USD to explain this, because Euro USD itself is a perfect example for this, right? So to reinstate it, trend represents who's in control of the market. Is either the buyers or it's either the sellers. The buyers will notify, or you can see that the buyers are in the market when you have stages of accumulation and reaccumulation occurring in the market, right? When sellers are in control, when you have distribution and stages of redistribution happen in the market. That's how you know that sellers are in control of that market. And then buyers are in control of the market when you have the opposite. Okay, you have the change of hands that indicate reversals. All right, the change of hand indicate reversals from buyers to sellers or from sellers to buyers, right? Now we're in USD, right? We have an entire leg leading up to the upside. We have our change of hands that happened here. Now we have a leg going to the downside. All right. So the first part we can get into this is with this movement right here. This is a sign of reaccumulation, right? Reaccumulation means the market is reaccumulating their orders. They're reinstating their buys. They're putting more buys in the market. All right. We have a creek. Now that's the best way to identify reaccumulation without even having to go down here and do all of this marking up and do all of that. Once you see this creek, a move above the creek, it's a reaccumulation. All right, and that's how I'm gonna use that for this entire thing, so you guys understand why I'm placing these things here. You're gonna see what I mean. Okay, this is my first instant that the buys are in this market, right? So I'm gonna go back to the 4 hour, and we're gonna go through this whole entire thing, and we're gonna mark out every instance that we can tell that the buyers are in the market, right? So we have reaccumulation. 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 Right? Okay. We have a creek. Reaccumulation. Broke structure. Came back up. We actually accumulated right here. If you zoom in, there's an accumulation. So what I want you to notice is, notice how in all of this is a reaccumulation also. I forgot to mark it out. Notice how in all of this, all you see is a reaccumulation, 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 reaccumulation. And you have an accumulation that happens here. Now, of course, maybe in like a fractal, if you go down to the lower time frames, you'll see like distribution inside of these little highs for the reversals. Exactly how we explained it, right? You go from accumulation, reaccumulation, distribution to create that market cycle. Yeah, that's cool. Of course, if you wanted to, you could like zoom into these highs and probably, catch that fractal distribution if you wanted to. But I don't understand, why would you try to do that when you have so much instances of buying. So every time you see this reaccumulation, they bought here, they bought here, they bought here, they bought here, they bought here. Why would you try to sell this? Honestly. This is how you can tell which type of market this is how you identify what market you're in. Once you see these stages of accumulation and reaccumulation happening in this bullish push, just know this is all buys, right? No, you're not looking for any type of sells in this bullish push. Even if something like this happens, oh, this is just a fake out to fake you out. Guess what they did again? Reaccumulate, went back to the upside, came back down, accumulated, went back to the upside, right? Now, as we talked about the changing of hands. Guess what happened? Right, so after this instance, after the buyers took control to this whole bullish push to the upside, look what happened. We had a change of hands. Now we have a distribution that formed right here. We have this type 2 distribution that formed, indicating that now all these buyers are turning into sellers. What do we look for now? We have a distribution. What are we going to look for? The exact opposite. Now we have redistribution. First instance of redistribution is right here. Redistribution. Where's our second instance? Right here. Redistribution. Our third instance, we have another one. Redistribution. We have another one right here. Redistribution. All right, and it just continues. It just keeps going. This redistribution. Then we tried to accumulate here. Redistribution. Look, this is how you identify the trend. Okay, I'm going to just keep it as simple as possible. I gave you guys exactly what to do. Like, this is exactly how you do it, right? I'm not taking anything out. I don't want to try to make it long and complicated for you guys, because I know, like, sometimes I'll be overextending it and it'll be complicated, so I just want to keep it simple. This is exactly how you do it. So to go over that, we have this trend happening. Right here, we can tell that buyers are completely in control of this market because we are accumulating orders, reaccumulating orders, reaccumulating orders, reaccumulating orders, accumulating orders again. Then we have our change of hands that tells us that now these buyers are changing into sellers. Now we have our instance of distribution, redistribution, redistribution again, redistribution, redistribution, like it's a continual move to the downside. So we can clearly tell here that buyers are in control. Now we have a change of hands. Now we have sellers that are in control. All right, this is how you detect the trend of the market. So we have these sellers that's moving the market to the downside. Then the buyers took control for a little bit. Sellers came back to control and drove the market down. And, you know, redistribution, like, is all down. Right now we can tell that the sellers are in the market through this whole move to the downside. The buyers took the market for just a tiny bit, right? Just a tiny bit. They barely took the market. So once this low is created, you know that this is just a pullback, right? This little accumulation is just a pullback. As I showed in my little diagram on the when I was showing the market cycle, this is just a pullback with those little accumulations to continue down on the other leg. Okay, so I hope this explained it for you guys enough. Let me know what other video you guys want to see, right? Let me know. You know, I'm down to make any video, you know, as long as it's not exclusive content, because I do have like in-depth videos, but those are only for the Discord and the course. So you guys let me know. You guys enjoy your trading week. Peace out.